webinar. This is our inaugural Ambassador Discovery class, and I'm happy that you're joining us today. It is very exciting for us to be showing this to all of you and to allow you to share in an opportunity that I believe is really tremendous. And so this is called Delivering Hopes, Dreams, and a Future. It's our Ambassador Discovery class. And this presentation will be recorded tonight. It will be available on the web. So if you want to rewatch this at some point in the next few days, it'll be available to do so. As well, every Wednesday nights for this month at 7 o'clock, this presentation will also be given live. So if you have some questions or you'd like to rewatch it, this will be available for you. All right, so let's get started. And so the first thing is our agenda for today. And so there's three things that we want to cover. The first one is, who is John Amico? Then we want to know about the John Amico hair care products. And finally, we want to know about the business opportunity that's available to all of us. So the first thing I'd like to cover is the mission statement. And the reason I'd like to do so is it really guides an organization, and it guides our organization. And this mission statement, although the last line is new to us, the other sections have been around for many years. And so I just want to read what those are because it does help guide us whenever we have questions or we're questioning a product or a situation that we encounter. In order to guide us as to what we need to do with the organization, we look to this mission statement. And so it is as follows. John Amico is a recognized leader in the beauty industry where we pledge to provide the finest salon products. And for those of you that are on the call and the webinar, and those of you that have been referred by an Ambassador Pro or a professional, you will have known that these products, the John Amico products, have been around in salons for over 50 years, for a very long time. We develop successful business relationships through genuine care, mutual trust, and respect, offering an opportunity to help John Amico ambassadors reach their fullest potential. And one of the things about the organization is we allow people to grow to their fullest potential. We offer lots of training and support, and we've done that for many years because we do feel that, life is a project in which you have a purpose, and we want to see you succeed in that purpose. And so part of that is succeeding to your fullest potential, whatever that might be. Finally, John Amico Hair Care delivers hopes, dreams, and a future. All right. The next slide talks about my father and who he is. So for those of you that are not familiar with my dad, he is the founder of the company. Company started back in 1962. He's had a passion for beauty for many, many years. He started as a competition stylist, as a competition hairstylist. That was how back, 50 years ago, how you became well known in the beauty industry. You would compete against other stylists in terms of whether it was cuts and styles. And in doing so, he became a well-known stylist within the industry by performing and competing and winning what they call the state championship. He won the national championship and then was on the Olympic team and would compete in Europe with 5 or 6 other stylists here from the United States. And they would do that. Matter of fact, the Olympics are still held today, although the United States does not share in that competition. Not sure why, but they just don't. But anyway, back in the day, he was a United States champion. Anyway, he went on to open cosmetology schools, 2 different salon chains totaling over 400 salons. And so he really has had a career and a lifetime of success in the beauty industry and really through helping others succeed in this industry. Next is myself, and you can call me Johnny. That's what everybody calls me. So I figure when I'm really old, I'm sort of old now, but when I'm really old, it'll be good. So anyway, but I've been involved in the industry really my entire life. I grew up really in the industry. My father, he would say on Saturdays when I was just a young kid, "Hey, who wants to come to work with me?" And he would be in the salon, and as a youngster, I would love to go to the salon and hang out there, sweep hair, wash hair, cash people out at the cash register, and do a variety of things. But anyway, the the beauty industry really became a passion for myself. I did go to beauty school. I went to college, but I always envisioned myself working within this industry, and eventually it received my master's degree, but again, always focused in on both the salon industry and the beauty industry. So it really is an exciting industry. I enjoy working with people, and I really enjoy helping them achieve, as that last line said, hopes, dreams, in the future. What can we do to help you achieve that? And that's really exciting for me, and it's really fun to watch people succeed in beauty. I like to think of our company as one big family. That's part of our culture. Here we have a couple pictures that are somewhat recent. One is from our leadership conference. That was just about a month ago. We do have a training center, a smaller building detached that's near a cosmetology school that we operate. And it's great. We call it the Resource Center. And on the second floor, we conduct trainings there. We did have some training there just yesterday and the day before. But at our leadership conference, these are most of the leaders that were there. And it was great. But we like to do things together, whether it's education, of course, events, regional education. One of those, though, is an incentive trip. And we do that once a year. We've done that for many years. It has usually been a cruise, although this upcoming year, meaning 2018, we're looking to do something in Punta Cana, which is a island, Dominican, I guess it's a city in the Dominican Republic island. So anyway, this is our incentive trip from 2015. This past year's trip, 2017, was on the Allure of the Seas. So that was one of the larger cruise ships through Royal Caribbean. Usually the incentive trips are about 7 days long, and everyone has an opportunity to either earn that trip or buy part of it, because there are where you can earn part of the trip as well. We do have a national convention. We call that Chicago. And I don't know, it looks like a picture from one of the, inside one of the events going on. But again, culture is really important. And if you talk to any of the other ambassadors or professionals that invited you to this webinar tonight, I think one of the things that they'll tell you is a hallmark of the organization is really a family atmosphere, one that we do care for each other and we help each other succeed. Next is the products. This is actually a picture of one of our ambassador kits that is available to all of you. But we do have proven success of salon quality products that help our clients achieve their best hair day. These products have been recommended by professional stylists for over 50 years in salons. So quite some time that a number of salons all around the country have used these products. This is a kind of a short time lapse, I guess, of the label. The early 1960s or late 1960s product is not shown there. There were two bottles that we had. One was called Competition Shampoo and Conditioner. It was really used by more competitors in the professional industry for their models. We also had a burgundy and white bottle called Chimie, similar to that 1975 label. And then you can kind of see a timeline of some of the different labels throughout the years. Our bottle now, which is not shown there, is probably from 2012, which is, instead of the label, which is similar to the 2009 vertical, it's a little bit more horizontal. But one thing that is wonderful about the products is that clients love the products. And I think that's the first thing that someone will tell you about John Amico products, and that is clients love the products. The stylists love the products. John Amico has client-demanded shampoos, conditioner, styling aids, hairsprays, and specialty products. We have something for everyone to feel great about the hair they wear. So in this case, we're showing the men's line. We have the VitaShine line, which is some of our newest product offerings, but really a wonderful addition to the line. It's been a great hit, and people just love that product. So here it says, clients love the product. You will feel great when your customers tell you how good their hair looks and feels after using the John Amico product you recommend. And that's one of the things that we find takes place not only among ambassadors, but among professional stylists, that we have products that when you use it for the very first time, you notice a difference in the hair. And when those clients come back, whether you recommend a specific product for a client or customer, and you talk to them weeks later and they tell you how much they love their hair, it makes you feel great. And it's really a wonderful thing that we help people, look and feel good. We do have products, really something for everyone. So inside of our catalog, we have a catalog for shampoos, conditioner, hairsprays, and styling aids. I had talked with a person by the name of Chris Knaffel. She is really one of our main persons in our office that does a lot of researching, not only for new products, but acquiring of different ingredients for products and things. But she'll tell us that we have, I think, recently 150 different items in the line. So it's a huge offering of something for everyone. So when you have somebody that's looking for volume in their hair, we have it. You're looking for something that wants smooth hair, we have it. You're looking for someone that wants fuller, thicker hair and ingredients that will help that, we have it. We have multivitamins to help grow hair. We have something we call it VitaShine shampoo and conditioner, which I showed for color treated hair. So really, somebody that wants a more of a pure line, we've got that too. Somebody wants their hair to be curly, we've got that too. So again, there's something for everyone within the John Amico product line. So we have wonderful products. We have a wonderful culture, and we also have a very good business opportunity. So those are really the three things I think that kind of hallmark the opportunity with John Amico. Is we have these three things, and when coupled together, really can help you achieve that hope, streams in the future. So we've got a ground floor opportunity. This is the first time ever we've offered the products through ambassadors, and so you have the ability to do these things. I'll cover these more in depth in just a couple minutes, but you can earn 35% of your customers' retail purchases. You earn 30% of your customers' online purchases. You earn up to 6 levels, totaling 24% of commissionable purchases. That's when you develop a team, and I'll talk about team building shortly. We've got bonuses and incentive trips, and we also have wonderful conventions with recognitions, awards, and networking. And this is where you come together and you network with other people, but it's really fun and motivational and also exciting. So the first thing I want to show you and talk to you about is, a little bit about this opportunity and about hair care in general, because some of you maybe are not familiar with the industry. And one thing that's going on within the industry in general, in retail in general, is that you'll hear stories about retailing is dead, and that when you look at retail stores, and when I talk about retail stores, I'm talking about the things that were very popular 20, 30 years ago. These are stores like Sears, Kmart. I mean, they're on the verge of bankruptcy. We look at a specialization retail stores like Gander Mountain, going bankrupt, Payless shoe stores going bankrupt. There's a number of these retail facilities that are going out, but yet what you'll find is Ulta, which is one of the, I think, the very fastest growing specialization retail category out of any retail store, because there's a really large demand for beauty products. And so here we're talking about Ulta Beauty's spectacular year, and now they're adding something called MAC, which is makeup, but beauty is growing. And so although it's growing with not only retail stores, it's also growing with online consumption. And so you have things like Amazon that's doing a very good job now as well in terms of marketing products to consumers. But the great thing is that we are in a growing market, that hair care is a growing market, and the potential is absolutely huge. Right now, it's a $40 billion a year industry, and it continues to grow. And so this is something that is absolutely wonderful for all of you that are considering an opportunity by being a John Amico ambassador. As well, everyone needs hair care products, shampoos, conditioners, styling aids, hairsprays, and more. And so the question is, even for yourself, how many products did you use today? For myself, I used our VitaShine shampoo and conditioner today, this morning in the shower. And then I used our texture cream to give my hair a little bit of body. And then I used our VitaShine Luxe cream to add a little bit of softness and shine. And especially here with all the rain today, it's like 90 degrees and rainy, humidity. That texture cream coupled with the VitaShine cream really keeps that hair so it doesn't get too frizzy. So anyway, how many products did you use today? Did you use 4, 5, 6? So everyone needs hair care products. So everyone is a potential client. There's 325 million people in the United States, and almost everybody uses a shampoo, conditioner, and other styling aids. And at the same time, if you look at the current product offerings that people are using, people will tell you, many people tell you, they are dissatisfied with many of the current offerings that they're using. They're looking for hair care solutions. And unfortunately, a lot of places don't give those solutions to them. They might receive some wonderful styles and haircuts. And I'm not talking about the John Amico professionals. I'm talking about other places. Somebody might go in and get their haircut or hairstyle or color, or and then they leave, but they didn't receive any product knowledge in terms of what they need. And so you go to somebody's house. I mean, even yourself, think about it. You go to your vanity, your kitchen, or your bathroom vanity. You open it up, and underneath is like the wasteland of products that did not work for you. And when you look at the amount of offerings and products that we have available, there's something there for everyone. And with so many people dissatisfied with current products, they just need the right products. And that's where we come in. I think we have wonderful products that do help them out. Also, products are consumable and replenishable. Clients need hair care every 4 to 8 weeks. These products, once they're consumed, they need to be repurchased in order for somebody's hair to look great. So besides those things, we also have personalized website. So this is where you have your own website where you can promote products for online sales. Because once somebody is hooked on products, they need to continue to rebuy those. And how do they get those? Do they go to you and repurchase those? Or can they go online and have those sent to them? And so there's a variety of things that we do this. But how to spread the word about this? And so what we do is we have something that, we have a number of marketing things that we use in order to spread the word about not only your John Amico site, but also about the products. And so where do we spread the word, and how do we do that? Well, where is friends, family, social events, and social media. So one of the things that we do have to help you is we have marketing support and campaigns. So we use Vistaprint among some other print sources that help us with providing some different print and marketing materials for you. One of the things that I'm showing you here on this screen is a product in the lower left-hand corner right here. If you see my mouse moving here, it says $60 free. A 3-pack of biological minerals and natural oils plus 15% off your first order. And so we have a product which is called Biomin Oil for short, but biological minerals and oils. And this product is a very wonderful product. And when you use it for the very first time, it seals the cuticle, helps produce, reconstructs, and kind of shrinks or kind of folds down the cuticle of the hair, which makes it, tight, which keeps the hair color in, but also at the same time repairs the hair, and at the same time then allows light to reflect off hair. So the first time somebody uses it, they notice a difference in their hair. Now, we use this treatment in salons all the time, and this treatment sells for $20 for one of the vials. So it's $60 that this particular person would receive. John Amico, meaning as the company, we pay for that product. So what we do is we help you as an ambassador to achieve online customers. So you build an online, I guess, a client base that's really online. And so we do that, and we help you. We subsidize that cost by, number one, providing the 15% off, and number two, providing that $60 value absolutely free when you have a customer that goes on and buys for the very first time. So we have marketing promotions that really help you drive customers to your website. We also have things such as a Sudz Shine and Wine Beauty Show. And this is also a very good way to get started. When you first get started with John Amico, you want to figure out, well, how can I introduce this to family and friends? And one of the best things that you can do is to host a Sudz Shine and Wine Beauty Show. And it's a great way to have people get together and we do provide, usually for your very first show, I'm sure somebody introduced you to the opportunity today, and that's why you're online today to see this webinar, but that person would help and assist you conduct your very first Sudz Shine and Wine Beauty Show. And in doing so, you introduce the products to them, and there's also a regimen or hair care regimen that each person individually receives, so they get the right products for their hair. But it's a great way. It's a fun evening, takes about 2 hours, and we've got some great marketing materials to also help you conduct this Sudz Shine and Wine Beauty Show. As well, with the John Amico opportunity, you have to determine, your own income. And so how much time do you want to invest in this opportunity? And so, number one, you can invest enough time where you earn a few extra dollars per month for a movie night. That's available to you. At the same time, you might invest a little bit more time and take that money and save it. Each month you receive your commission check. And when you receive that commission check, maybe you save it for a vacation. Or finally, maybe you're just looking for a larger career opportunity. And this is something that could grow month after month after month to earn more additional income. Now, there's multiple ways to earn income from John Amico. So let's talk about that, because I'm sure you're curious, like, okay, sounds pretty neat. The products sound great, and I understand this, but how do I earn income and how much money do I earn? So there's multiple ways to earn. So here are the 4 different ways of earning income, and I'll talk about each one. The first one is retail sales, where you would earn 35%. Number 2 is online sales, where you earn 30%. Number 3 is 24% residual downline or team building sales or income. And number 4 is bonus income. So the first one is 35%, and you earn that really through retail sales. And so retail sales are person-to-person sales. This is something where you communicate with somebody one-on-one. Now, this might be at a Sudz Shine and Wine event. This might be you're talking to maybe your aunt, your uncle, your cousin, a good friend, and they tell you about their particular hair problem. Hey, you know what? It's really humid here in Chicago right now. My hair's getting really frizzy. What should I use? Well, this is the regimen I would use. This is the product you should use. And as a matter of fact, I have some of these products available for you today. And with that, you receive a 35% income. So let me show you what that means. So for example, let's say that on the johnamico.com website, you look and you see that there's a product. Maybe the VitaShine Luxe Cream is $20. I don't believe it is, but let's say it's $20. And so 35% of $20 is going to be approximately $7. Your cost would be about $13, and the profit that you would earn would be about $7 from that one item. Now, the neat thing is that people usually, especially one-on-one, when you do a Sudz Shine and Wine event or a personalized person-to-person consultation, usually people want a regimen of products. What's the proper shampoo? What's the proper conditioner? What's the proper styling aid and hairspray? People want to make sure that, that they want to look good, and so they want to make sure they're getting the right products. And it's important that all of our products are guaranteed. So for any reason, if somebody's dissatisfied with that particular product, of course, we will refund the money and make sure they get the right product. But I can tell you, I talk to many, many salon owners day after day after day, that when they get the right regimen for that client is sticking to that regimen so that the hair continues to look and feel great. The next thing that we have available is online sales. And so all of you receive a website. Now, this website is absolutely free, and it's personalized just for you. So I know many, we'll say, direct sale organizations offer websites where they're $14.95 a month. With the John Amico organization, with your membership, it is absolutely free with your ambassador membership. So we do have on your website, when your clients go there, first off, it's very simple. You'll have your own site, which is johnamico.com/ and you have a nickname. And so right now, most people use their name. So maybe my name, John Amico Jr., would be, or Johnny Amico. It would be, for example, johnamico.com/ Johnny Amico. And when you do that, that would then go to the John Amico site, and it has in the upper right-hand corner that it's identified as being your site. And when you advertise that link, both on promotional pieces or through the internet or through social media, when clients click on that link, they buy through you. And again, any sale that comes through online, you receive 30%. Now, I do track all online sales, and the average online sale, and is approximately anywhere between $49 to $61. Anyway, that's where it's fallen for the year 2017. I track it every week. Again, so it's about $50 for each online sale. Now, the nice thing about that is that if it's 30%, that means for each online sale that you get that averages $50, you would receive an income of $15 for that particular sale. The nice thing is we do have something called an auto ship program. So here, I'm just going to use the mouse here. It says auto ship, and down here it says auto ship this order every 1 month or select time frame. And so we have time frames of 2 months and 3 months where clients choose that they would like to receive that product regimen, every 2 months or every 3 months. And so when they do that, they click on that and they place their order. Now, the client is in complete control of that auto ship. Not only does the client, they have login information where they can go in and take a look at their own client, meaning they can take a look at the back room for themselves of what they're ordering on their auto ship. But we also email that client. So when we email the client, we say, hey, we just want to confirm this is the product that you want to receive in the next few weeks. And we also give them the ship date of when that product will go out. Now, if they say, well, you know what, I don't need that conditioner anymore, they can go, they just click on that link and it takes them back to the website and they can adjust that order. They can change it. They can modify it. They can cancel it. They can add to it. So they're in complete control of that auto ship. So even though it's auto ship to them, they are in complete control of it to change it, modify it, and to do whatever they want to. And some people add things to it. Finally, we have something called an elite customer. And so although somebody can sign up for the auto ship program, we do have an elite customer program where you have the ability to have clients that once they enjoy and love the products, what they do is they become an elite customer. And as an elite customer, they receive 15% off the products every day. And they also receive a link for themselves that they can refer others to purchase John Amico products. And in doing so, they receive a 15% product credit. So kind of a unique thing for elite customers. It's a little bit more extensive in terms of a program and how it works, but I just want to let you know that there are a variety of things for you to market and to gain customers, not only for online customers, auto ship customers, but also elite clients. Okay, from online sales, you also have the ability to earn team sales. And so how does team sales work? Well, very interestingly, you're going to have customers that really enjoy John Amico products. And you may have customers that will use the products and say, I love this so much, I want to tell others about it. Not so much as an elite customer, but I'd like to also be able to offer the opportunity to others and sell the product person to person or have my very own website. And who would be a person that would like this? Well, someone looking for additional income, someone that has a lot of social networks, someone that's really trendy and loves fashion. This is the type of person that might be interested. And so you have the ability to build team sales. Now, every ambassador that you sponsor, you receive 5% of all of their purchases and also all of the customers that purchase through them. You receive 5% of the income that they receive. Now, I don't want to get bogged down in numbers, and next time I'm going to have a chart so it's a little easier to explain. But we have something where it's a 6-level deep compensation program. So for example, you sponsor somebody, and let's say that's that person you sponsor, her name is Susan. And so now you sponsor Susan. She's on your very first level, and you'll see here in orange, I'll use the mouse here, it says orange, your first level is 5%. It's unlimited how many persons you can sponsor. I know we're showing 1, 2, 3, 4, but really, in essence, you could sponsor 100 people, a variety of different individuals. So it's not limited to just 4 that you're seeing there. It's unlimited, the number of people that you personally sponsor. From there, those first level people, so we're saying this was Susan. Let's say Susan sponsored somebody by the name of Chris. Now, Chris is on your second level. As well, Susan could sponsor as many people as she wants. So here we're showing her just sponsoring 1. But if you look over here, this person here sponsored 1, 2. But you might have somebody that will sponsor 10. So again, it's unlimited the amount of people that they sponsor on this level. And so now, let's say Chris sponsors somebody by the name of Julia. Again, this now would be your third level, and it's unlimited how many people that Chris could sponsor. Again, we're showing just one here, but again, it could become really unlimited. And we continue to the fourth level, the fifth level, and sixth level. So really, it's 24%. It's 5, 5, 5, 2, 2, 5. And so this could be, again, 100. This could be more than that because each one of these people could sponsor. So the numbers really get exponentially larger as you build your team. The nice thing about the John Amico income program through residual sales is this. Many direct sale companies focus in on titles, and we do have titles where you can achieve different rewards by achieving different titles. I don't mention them here, but what's interesting is you receive the entire compensation program once you join John Amico. There's no, okay, once you become the next title, you now receive the second level. Once you receive the next title, you then receive the third. Once you receive another title, you receive, we give you all this income right up front upon joining John Amico. And so it really is a quick way. And believe me, residual incomes do take time to build. Building a team does take time. This is not a build a team. It takes time to sponsor and to build teams. But the great thing is you get all the income right away. There's no waiting till you achieve different titles before these doors are open and this opportunity becomes available to you. All right, next is bonus income, and we do have some bonuses as you sponsor ambassadors, and ambassadors purchase a starter kit. We have 3 or 4 different starter kits. We have a $99 starter kit. We also have a $199 starter kit, a $299 starter kit, and a $399 starter kit. These starter kits basically include more breadth of products, a number of different items. So the higher dollar amount starter kit gives the ambassador more products to try to really experiment with, so they see what it is, and the breadth of the line, because there's so many different products, as I mentioned, probably 150 different items that are available in the John Amico line, that we try to offer more and more different items the more the higher dollar amount starter kit. Anyway, you do receive bonuses on any of the higher level starter kits. So a bronze starter kit, a gold starter kit, there's $100. Bronze is $30, silver $65. So you do have the ability for a number of different ambassadors that you do sponsor. You do receive income immediately on those, sales of starter kits. There's more benefits. As I mentioned, we do have a convention. Here's our 2016 convention, and we're just showing some different models up here. This actually is the cruise. I don't know what year this was, but maybe it was 2015. It says convention, but it's actually an incentive trip. Here's another incentive trip. Here's a picture of me. Yeah, I'd like to think my hair is this long, but it's not. But it's really a fun time. But we do have incentive trips, conventions, recognition, and we call our convention Chicago. This upcoming Chicago will be held the 17th and 18th of September, and so that's coming up this year. It'll be held in Oak Lawn, Illinois at the Hilton, and so we'll talk more about that. But most of our conventions are the registration fees are very reasonably priced. This year's convention, the early bird special, I believe, is $129 for the 2-day event, which includes your Sunday lunch, your Sunday awards dinner, and your Monday sit-down lunch. So quite a good return on your investment. And then we have another special where when you invite a friend to come along with you, 2 tickets are only $199. So really, really good pricing on our conventions. The next thing is we do have tools to help you run your business. We do have a website that I mentioned. We have video education in the back room of the website. We have webinars that are conducted on a regular basis. We also record all the webinars, and many of them are in the back room, so you can watch those and get educated. Of course, you get emails, and the main contact is your sponsor. Your sponsor is there really to help guide you, educate you, because they want to see your hopes, dreams in the future come true, not only through the personal recommendation of products and earning income, but through the sponsoring of others and building a team. And of course, we have the home office, which is here to help and assist you as well. So how to get started with John Amico? There's really, to get started, really simple. First thing you do is you go to the John Amico website. And when you go to the John Amico website, you'll see something that says Ambassador Program. Now, when you do that, the first thing you want to do is, at the conclusion of this call today or webinar, you want to contact the person that recommended you to see this webinar. So for example, maybe the ambassador's name is, I mentioned the name Susan earlier, so let's say it was Susan Smith. What you want to do is contact Susan, and then Susan will tell you how to get started. But most likely she's going to tell you, go to the John Amico website under this link, which would be johnamico.com/Susan Smith. You'll go to that website, and you'll see on that front page of the website something that says Ambassador Opportunity. You click on that large link there. It says Ambassador Opportunity, and when you do that, you'll see that you'll have an opportunity of purchasing 4 different starter kits. The first one is a $99 starter kit, and in that starter kit you do receive 9 full-size products plus 10 samples, and you do receive all your initial marketing material. And so the material that you'll receive is basically a number of promotional pieces to help you automatically right away start generating income through your website. We also give you invitations and information on your Sudz Shine and Wine beauty show, because that's something you want to do right away. And also, if you were recommended by an Ambassador Pro, many times they'll want you to host that very first Sudz Shine and Wine beauty show in their salon, which is a wonderful place to introduce the products in a salon environment. Number 3, along with the products, you do get these samples, as I mentioned, and these are great things to also encourage people once they try. For example, here we have our Comeback Shampoo, wonderful product to help clients achieve fuller, thicker hair. And anyway, you give that along with one of maybe our recommendation or prescription card that we have. And anyway, these are wonderful. This kit, by the way, even though it's a $99 starter kit, you do receive a nice kit or case that comes with the kit. And the kit is at a savings of approximately 50%. And so really this kit is valued at $200, all for $99. Next is our $199 bronze kit. Here you receive more individualized products. Again, they're different items. Here we have our VitaShine shampoo and our conditioner. Here's the VitaShine Luxe Cream. These are 3 of the products that I use today. Here is our VitaShine Hairspray Comeback Shampoo, Chlormed Shampoo, Mediclear shampoo, CIT or curling iron texturizer, flat iron technology. Now, I'm mentioning all these products, and you're saying to yourself, what are all these products? What can they do? The nice thing is that a lot of these products on the back side of the website have education videos already on them. Besides, the person who recommended you to come to this webinar today, they've got the education, and they'll share that with you too on how to use these products. But anyway, there's 17 full-size products, 16 samples, and again, more marketing materials. Then we have a $299 silver kit. Again, more individualized products, even more items to get you started. Look at all this, including our biovitamins. These are wonderful. You've got to really have, it's like a garden. I always say you got to have, good nutrients in the garden to grow, good crops or vegetables or fruits in your garden. So same thing. We've got to make sure we've got the right ingredients inside of our body to help us produce, good, strong hair too. But anyway, 28 full-size products, 26 samples, initial marketing materials. And again, this is at a savings of more than 50%. So this kit alone here is probably $299 is probably more than $600 worth of products. And finally, we've got our gold kit at $399. Again, more items. And in this one, look at all these samples that you have to really jumpstart your business as well. You might receive a couple products that are similar just in case you can do some retailing. I'm not sure. I have to take a look, but maybe it's just all individualized products, all breadth of products. 32 full-size products, 54 samples, and initial marketing materials. So this $400 kit is really valued at $800, and it's something that will jumpstart your business and really get you started in earning income with John Amico. So it's really the perfect time to join a wonderful organization. We've been around, like I said, for more than 50 years. It's actually 55 years since 1962. We've got wonderful quality of hair care products that are used by salons all around the United States. And now's the opportunity to take, this is something that's ground floor, that you can introduce these products to a number of individuals to help them. Clients need good products. They don't know what to use. They're out there fending for themselves, and now you have an opportunity to help, not only friends, family, but others across social media. People are looking for products to help them out, and we've got those products that will do that. So we've got wonderful products, we've got a great culture, and we've got a great opportunity. And this is something that's really something that for all of you. Whatever city you're in right now, you'll be one of the first. It truly is a ground floor opportunity that can really help your income grow. So right now, you can go now to that person that recommended you to come to the website today, to give them a call and find out how to get started. Again, it's going to be at johnamico.com/ that person's name, and you can get started. But before you do that, I want to take some questions. So let's take a look here. We do have something at the very top of the Zoom page. It says Q&A. So if you wouldn't mind, if you could go ahead and type in a question that you might have, I would absolutely enjoy answering that question for you. And so go ahead and do that now. I've opened up the Q&A box, and I'm just waiting for some questions to come on and in that. So it might take a second for some of you to ask that question. So I'll just sit here on the line for just a minute. So if you can, please go ahead and ask a question, and again, I will be glad to answer that for you. So whether it's regarding products or it's regarding the income, would again enjoy answering those questions for you. All right, let's see here. Trying to see if there's any questions coming through right now. Okay, I unmuted everybody, so maybe that was a problem. Hopefully not, but everybody is unmuted. So hopefully, if somebody wants to ask a question or type, okay, I got our first question. So I want to thank that person. Okay, so the question from Valerie McElroy asked, what made you decide to do direct sales? And that's a very good question. We've been involved in the direct sales industry for more than 20 years. Even though the organization's been around since 1962, since 1998, we've been part of an organization or an association called the Direct Sales Association. So for example, last week I was in Orlando with a lot of the other companies. So for example, Avon would be one, Mary Kay Cosmetics, Arbonne, Rodan and Fields, and a number of other organizations. We participated with them for the last 20 years. And the reason we decided to open the opportunity to more individuals is as follows. Two things we've noticed in our industry. The first thing, number one, is in the professional salon industry, you have two categories of products. One is retail and one is service. Now, we produce 4 different color lines. We produce many different bleaches, keratins, and different things that are for professional use only. We call them, professional use only Ambassador Pro products that are used in salons. And they're used frequently in salons, every day. But what we've seen is over the last 10 years, there's been a tremendous growth and increase in the number of what we call independent or suite rentals. If you go back to, and I hate to digress here, so I'll try to make this quick, so excuse me, but I'm trying to give a full answer here. If you go back 20 years ago when salons would open, a salon would be traditionally a commission-based salon. So stylists would receive commissions working in that salon. Today, for example, in Chicago, if you have a new salon open, if it's a chain salon, say part of an organization such as Great Clips or Sports Clips, Hair Cuttery, those are still traditional commission-based salons. But pretty much all independent salons that open here in Chicago nowadays are what we call booth rental or suite rental. And so stylists now rent space, so they rent a booth. And so what happens is the limitation, number one, for space, very limited. Number two, the amount of inventory that's required just to stock shelves requires a significant investment. So what we've seen is over the last 10 years, independent contractors, they might stock some few items, but not a whole wall of retail. And so it's been a boon really for Ulta and other organizations to now get into hair care because of this. And so we know that stylists have wonderful opportunities to recommend retail, but we looked at how can we do this in an efficient manner, and the best thing that we saw is to give opportunity to not only our ambassador pros, but also ambassadors. And right now, the ambassador pros are sponsoring ambassadors, and so it's giving them tremendous opportunity of helping others grow in income, which also helps them. So it's kind of a really unique thing that's been done, that's been created. So hopefully I answered your question. Also as well, there is in the back room of the John Amico a website, there's something called video education, and there's a 1 hour long explanation of why we did direct sales and how this opportunity arose. So if you want to watch that, there's a 1 hour explanation. I know I give you a 7-minute dissertation, but there's really a 1 hour explanation with slides and everything else that kind of go through that. But anyway, thanks for that question. I got another question here. And this question is, do ambassadors need to buy a certain amount every month in order to earn income or commission check? That's a wonderful question. So first off, the first part of that is when you have customers that go online and purchase through you, you receive 30% of those purchases. There's absolutely zero amount of money that you need to purchase to receive that income. So if you don't buy anything, and you have 4 people that go online and purchase products through you, or 5 people, so 5 times $50, $250, you receive a third of that, or say $80, $90 for referring those customers. You buy 0, you still get a check for $80, $90. So that's number one. So there's absolutely no amount that's required to earn that income. We also make that same thing with our ambassador pros. Whenever a stylist invites their clients to purchase online, they don't have to buy any minimums either to receive that income. It's just because of your referral, you receive that income. But in terms of earning the downline or team income, so as you build your team income, first level, second level, third level, and you have this residual income of your team money, there is a minimum purchase that is required. Let me tell you how that works. And that should be in the slide. So now, see, you gave me something to include for the next one. Always make this better. We call it personal volume. The personal volume that's required to receive that team building income is $200. But it's not $200 in your own purchases. It's a combination of your customers' purchases and your purchases. So for example, if you had, as I used in the previous example, 5 people that went online, bought the average, which is $50, that's $250. It's not required for you to buy anything, and you receive your whole downline or income. Now you can also see whenever you have a customer that purchases online, you get an instant email that's sent right to you that you can open up, and it shows you which customer bought and which products they bought. So not only do you get an email immediately upon a customer buying through you, you can also log into the back room of the John Amico website through your website and click on what we call the contact organizer, and you can then click down and you can see the customer, and you can click on all their orders that they've ever purchased, whether they're a VIP customer, how they signed up for the auto ship. So you can see all that information in the back room too. So it is a personal volume of 200. Now let's say you only had 2 customers that purchased through you. You will receive the income for those 2 customers, and if those 2 customers purchase $50 each, that would equal $100. It would require you to purchase $100 in personal purchases in order to equal the 200. So it's a combination of your customers' purchases and your purchases. But again, if you have more, if you've developed an online customer base of more than $200 a month, then it doesn't require you to purchase anything. Although it's fair to say, I think most of you, as you start using the shampoos, the conditioners, styling aids, and see how wonderful your hair feels, you'll be buying product most likely every month. So great question. All right, how about more questions? I've got those 2 answered. Hopefully there's more questions. So please ask more questions about the opportunity. But thank you for that question there, and definitely something that I missed out, and I should have, along with a little bit of a chart that shows you more of a detailed of how you earn that income and how that income builds. But how about some more questions here? All right, if you have some more questions, just go ahead and type in there what those might be. For those of you that are interested again in the opportunity, or you're just interested in seeing, well, tell me more about these products. What's available? You know, if you just go to the johnamico.com site, and very easy to navigate, whether you're on your phone or whether you're on I guess a laptop or iPad, you would be able to do that. All right, got a question here. Question is, how diverse is your product on various hair textures and ethnicities? And so I would say we are a very diverse organization. We have products that work on all different hair types. And what's great is we have a number of wonderful educators that also have done specific education or can do webinars just like we are to talk about the products that might be best for natural hair, might be best for relaxed hair, or might be best for certain types of hair. And so that definitely is something that we have available and can make available. One thing that we do at our conventions is we always have a number of different educational classes that are geared for everybody. I think at last year's Chicago, we had 43 different breakouts covering all different sorts of things. And so this is something that's available to many of you. I'm sure there'll be certain tract of information that we'll have just for ambassadors, but there might be certain things that you want more information on. But yes, we do have a variety of different products that work on all different types of hair. And with 150 different items, it's fair to say that we have something for everyone. But that's a wonderful question. All right, I have another question, and it says, how are ambassadors trained to know how to recommend the right products? And that's a great question. And so it's really twofold. First off, we like to think of your sponsor, the person that recommended you to this webinar. They take personal responsibility for you. But I understand that sometimes it is difficult to come up with a mutual time for education. But that's step number one. We always ask for your sponsor, and most likely your sponsor has already been educated on the products. They will take personal responsibility for making sure that you understand how the products work. And what's wonderful is that we've been doing this for in terms of education for many years. As a matter of fact, we still maintain a cosmetology school today. So we're very involved with education. And so being involved in curriculums and education, it's fair to say that in teaching these products for the last 50 years, we've got a very easy way of understanding what product is right for which hair. As well, once you, even the catalog itself is broken out to be a self-study. And when you look at the catalog and you look at the products, even on the products themselves, they say what they're going to do. So we almost like to say it's like a little reader card just on the product. And so let's say it's the VitaShine shampoo. You know, on that shampoo, it may say something like sulfate-free formula. It might say gently cleanses hair and strengthens, great for color-treated hair. It may say on the backside that it's great for sealing the hair. For example, our hairsprays have a hold factor on them. So if you want to know who's looking for something that's more, you know, our 25-hour hold hairspray is probably a level 10. Maybe our VitaShine is a hold factor of an 8. So, you know, we make things so they're fairly easily understood, and with just a little bit of some product knowledge, you do get to understand that. So that was a great question. Got another question, and that is to clarify, percentages received from person who buys directly from your link without the $200 minimum. To receive percentage from downline, the $200 is needed. Just want to have it correct. And that is exactly correct. So for an ambassador, any ambassador that recommends and builds up an online number of clients, an online clientele, let's say, that buys products every month. And we have a number of, we'll call them ambassador pros. They have clients that purchase through them every month products. There's no purchase required. You receive the income, 30% of all of those purchases every time someone buys. You don't have to buy anything. But if you want to build a team, and so as you recommend this to others, you might even know an ambassador pro, a stylist, who would like to use this product in their salon. We have wonderful, very high quality products that we make not only in the United States, we also make, I would suggest, probably 40% of our products in Italy. And so hair color and other things that professionals enjoy and use every day in the salons. And so even there's an opportunity of sponsoring a professional who uses that product. And in terms of earning a downline, you do have to have $200 in order to receive that team building. How does that work again? It's a combination between your purchases and your online customer purchases. If your online customer purchases total $200 or more, then you receive that downline income, that team building income. Doesn't require you to buy anything. But if your customers only have purchased $100 for the month, then in order to receive that downline income, you would have to purchase another $100, totaling $200 in personal volume in order to earn that team building income. So anyway, I hope I explained it, but that was a great question, and that is correct. Do have a couple more questions, and I'm loving the questions, so keep them coming. So here it is. If I start with the $99 kit, can I also buy one of the larger kits? And that's a fantastic question. And the answer is yes. We allow you 90 days. So when you buy your starter kit, it's $99. But you say to yourself, this is great. Really enjoy the products, but I want to know what else there is. And so that's why we put together these other larger starter kits, so you can invest in one of those so you have more product breadth. So when you have a Sudz Shine and Wine show, you have product that's available that you can actually show and demonstrate. People love, to see, smell, hold product. I mean, one of the things that a salon professional, an ambassador pro, and John Amico would tell you is that they love to hold products. When you watch the behavior of a consumer come into a salon, one of the first things they do is they hold the product, they take off the lid, and they smell it. How does this smell? Then they squeeze it, and they look at it, and they read the bottle. By exercising, let's say, the 5 senses, that absolutely helps in terms of understanding how products work. Sometimes people feel it. Is it sticky? Is it smooth? What does this feel like? How does it feel in my hands? How does it dry? And so absolutely having samples of products absolutely works. And so yes, you can purchase that starter kit, and that is the $199, $299, $399, and that's available 90 days after you join. You can still purchase one of those. After that 90 days, then it's not available. And so if you want product samples or want more things, you can absolutely purchase those, but they're piecemeal, and you don't get those savings that you normally would get with those kits, which is 50% plus. So really good. All right, got another question here, and thanks for doing that. Please, type in some more. And here's this question: if I have questions, great question. Is there a customer service number I can call? And absolutely, if you just call our 1-800 number, it's go to the website. You can look there, but I'll give it to you right here. It's 1-800-676. 5264. I'm also going to give you this other number, which is 1-800-JOHN Amico, A-M-I-C-O. If you just remember 1-800-JOHN Amico. Sometimes from cell phones that doesn't work because the last name Amico is longer than that number, but basically in a lot of phones, if you typed in John Amico, it will go through. We have that number, 1-800-JOHN Amico, even though it's more than 7 numbers. But if you just stopped at the 7th number, that would go through and ring here too. So that might be John Amic. But however that is, or John Ami. But if you typed in all 1-800-JOHN Amico on a landline, that does work. Sometimes cell phones, it doesn't work depending on the carrier. And we do have customer service people here. When you call, just listen to it. You can dial 0, dial 1, and we do have customer service team that will help you. All right, I've got another question here. If my sponsor is in a different state and they are only able to train me through the phone, text, email, but they're unable to travel to my state to help in person. Even with the in-person class or Sunshine and Wine Beauty Show, will I be able to possibly go to other educators' classes to in my area to help me along? And so I'll say that it depends on where that person is located. As long as we have, we'll call it an active chapter. We have a number of chapters all around the country. These are chapters that other salons go to learn about John Amico products. Absolutely, we would encourage that person to do so. But with technology, one of the nice things that we can do is we're doing a webinar today. There's something called Skype or Zoom that I'm using, and there's a free version of Zoom where you can do a one-on-one presentation to somebody right through either through the phone, like FaceTime, but it's through Zoom, which is free. And we do have professionals and others that can do this right through technology. So I'm hoping that even if somebody does join and they're out of state, that through technology, by watching the videos that are in the back room, by plugging into webinars, and by getting maybe some FaceTime, that would be a good start. If we don't, and that's again, I'm using the strong if we don't have somebody that's in that area that could do the training. But I'm hoping that even if somebody's in a different state, we do have somebody there that could do the training. But right now, I'm unsure because I don't know where that person would be. But that's a great question. But I'd like to say let's use technology first and then see if we have somebody there that could do the training. But again, our salon professionals and our ambassadors, there's such a strong family culture that people, I mean, really, they love to help others. I mean, it really is a caring organization that somebody needs help. There's somebody there that says, oh, I'll love to help them out. And so it really is a unique thing. All right, I got another question here. So, and that says, you talked about customer service reps being available in your office. Would you prefer me to get help with the person who referred me to the webinar first, or would you prefer me to contact your office if I have questions? I would suggest this. We really try to build a relationship with the person that referred you to the webinar. And so that's your main point of contact. They're your educator, they're your sponsor, they're your leader, they're your coach, they're your mentor. And so we really encourage going one-on-one. Of course, the home office is here to help, but absolutely we want to build and nourish a strong relationship. That bond there, that family bond, is always the best. And so we really encourage all participants, if you have questions, please first contact the sponsor that recommended you to this webinar, because I truly believe they'll be able to answer your question. Plus, you're going to get to know them better, and they want to help you. I mean, again, being a family culture, they do want to do that. All right, I've got some more questions here, so let's answer that. How quick do the products usually get to the consumer? So when you have a customer that goes online and they purchase through your website, as long as that order is in by 3 o'clock, we ship out the same day. And so our distribution center is fairly efficient. So I'd like to think that most orders, we do same day shipping. Now, we ship consumer orders via UPS. And we do send a tracking number to that particular consumer, so they are able to track their package the day it ships. There's a link that's emailed to the consumer. They can click on that link and they can see when that product is going to arrive. Now, we do ship from Chicago, and so if you do have a client that's purchasing products and they're on, say, one of the far coasts, let's use Washington, California, Florida, or Maine, that's probably going to take 4 to 5 business days to arrive. As well, even though we're using UPS, most of these packages for consumers are getting delivered right to the home. And so when they get delivered to the home, UPS does a handoff to the local post office. So what happens is UPS takes that package, they deliver it to the local post office, and then the post carrier delivers that package to the house. Now again, the client or consumer can track their package and they will be able to estimate the arrival time of it. But generally speaking, I would say most packages are shipped within 48 hours and most packages are probably usually delivered within 1 week. Again, it depends on how far from Chicago it is. All right, great question. Well, how about if I piggyback on that question, which is in terms of shipping and how long it takes, how about shipping costs for consumers? Shipping is $7.90. and that's up to $100. So we know that the average customer right now, or online consumer, purchases between $50 and $60. I think it's 49 to 60 actually, but let's say $50, that they usually pay $7.90. But there are customers who buy more than $50 in product. They're buying $100, $200, $300 in hair care products. So they're buying liters or gallons or a variety of different things. And in that case, when the order amount is $100 or more, the shipping is absolutely free. As well, when you have an elite customer, someone that says, "Well, I want to save 15% of my order," we do give a benefit that order, if it's $75 or more, it's free shipping. And so it is worthwhile for people to become elite customers or order $100 or more to qualify for the free shipping. So great question. All right. And that question was one I just came up with. All right, so let's see. What else do we have? Looks like we have another question, and let's take a look at this one. And the question is, so to clarify, if I'm not licensed stylist, can I still sponsor licensed stylists and barbers? And the answer to that is absolutely, and that is yes. I was talking with an ambassador out of the Quad Cities here in Illinois, and I believe this is a couple weeks ago, and I think she has a relative that is in the city of Atlanta, and she was questioning, can she sponsor her aunt in that particular city because she is a stylist? By all means, that's fantastic. We have a wonderful opportunity for stylists. I mean, just some tremendous products that really help stylists deliver great results, not only from the products like shampoos and conditioners, but also from services. So we have a number of items to help. So yes, an ambassador can sponsor a licensed stylist and a barber. We call that an ambassador pro, and there are some wonderful benefits to being involved in that as well. So great question. All right, I've got another question, and that is, so if I sponsor a licensed professional, how will they be trained in the products that I'm unable to purchase for, like example, hair color and other chemicals? And that's a great question. So two things for that. First off, all ambassadors that are part of the organization will have been sponsored by either an ambassador pro or their sponsor is an ambassador pro. So somewhere in that line, usually it's the very first sponsor, second sponsor, is a professional. And so that ambassador pro would be given the task, because it's in that family tree, that genealogy, of educating that particular stylist on the particular product. Now, that person may be far away, just like we talked about. I might be here in the Quad Cities, but that stylist is far away in the state of Atlanta. The nice thing is that, just like the other question was asked earlier, we do have salons in pretty much every state in the United States that are using John Amico products. So we should be able to hopefully enlist the help of either another educator or another salon to educate on the products. As well, we do have great technology. So even if that stylist is unable to attend something that's nearby, we should have either videos, DVDs that we've produced over the years on the hair color, on the products, and other educational events that they could plug into. We also have something that's available. We call it professional ambassador training and ambassador training. We offer trainings every month, and for all of you that are ambassadors, will become ambassadors, this training will be made available to you, not only here in Chicago, but also locally. We have training classes, and again, training is a hallmark of what we do as stylists, as professionals. Education is something that's continual, that you need to be very good at. And so we do have education that we continue to use, and that's something that's made available to you as ambassadors. We call it ambassador training. But anyway, I don't want to step too far in here. I've got another question I want to answer. And but yes, I do believe we should be able to line a stylist up with education. Okay. If I am here in the Chicago area, is there somewhere I can go to pick up products? And so, yes, I mean, there's two things that we can do. We do have a place to pick up products. We have two resources that you can use. One is our resource center. In one of the very first slides, I showed a small building, and that is what we call the resource center. It's located in the southwest side of Chicago in the town is called Oak Forest, and we do have on the very first floor of that freestanding facility the products. And so those would that those can and are available to you to pick up, so you can do that. Or what you can do is our home office is located in the town next door, and as always, we've always had pickups here at the home office too. We're really we prefer to go to the resource center because they're set up for this type of cash and carry. You go in and you've got, you know, shelves full of hundreds of products, and you can go there and pick and choose the products that you need. So I would recommend that, but by all means, here in the office, if it's more convenient, we see ambassadors and professionals in here as well, pretty much every day. All right. How about more questions? All right. Well, we do have, and we will be conducting our very first, we'll call it ambassador training. That'll be conducted coming up here in just a few, well, probably in the month of July will be the first one. So I suppose that's probably 4 or 5 weeks away for our first ambassador training, but we'll be doing that monthly. We do that monthly here at the Resource Center. So for that person that is locally here in Chicago, we would enjoy having all ambassadors come here as well. We'd like to think that ambassador training will be taking place locally in a variety of markets as well. I do have another question, so let's see what that is. Is there a minimum age for the ambassador or others in the organization? And there is a minimum age. Right now, that age is 18 years old. We do have a number of ambassadors who are, we'll call them college students who are away at college. They use the products and they want to, starting in the fall, recommend the products to their, we'll say, associates or sorority sisters or different people, and they're using this as a way to earn additional income while being in college. I hope you guys can still hear me. We just had a brownout, and I'm thinking we're still online. All right, hopefully we are. Okay. Okay, I guess we still are. I guess I'm seeing my my button still working here. Okay, good. All the building went dark for a second there. I thought we got disconnected. So we do have. Okay, good. Vian just had someone just say yes, we can hear you. Good. So anyway, if we do get cut off or something happens here, it's because we have storms coming through the area. All right, let's see. Any more? Let's see. I do have somebody that just put a chat question in here. So if there is a chat question, I can do that as well. Don't see anything yet, but again, any more questions, I'll be glad to answer those. All right. Well, I want to thank all of you. I know today was our whoop, I think I just got one more question here. Oh, yep. How soon after I order my initial starter kit can I get started? As soon as you join the John Amico Ambassador Program, so that starter kit, if you purchase that starter kit this evening, literally you can get started tonight. Your website is set up immediately as soon as you join. Again, I would refer you back to the person that told you about the webinar tonight, because you have to sign up basically through them. They'll tell you how to do that. It's really simple though, and then you can get started tonight. But in essence, your starter kits will ship tomorrow because we'll receive those orders this evening. Those kits will ship tomorrow, and again, depending on how far away you are from Chicago, you could receive that kit as early as Friday. So that's a possibility, or Monday, and you can get started then with the materials, as well as getting contact with your sponsor and educator and setting up your very first Sudz Shine and Wine, or Sudz Shine and Chocolate, or whatever you want to call it, get together. So that would be good too. And then payment method for the kit is via credit card. So everything on our cart is set up for credit card. So it's Visa or MasterCard, American Express. Those cards are set up for our shopping cart. So any form of debit or credit card is used on that site. So very good question as well. All right, got another question here, and that is PayPal available? I don't believe that's set up on our cart right now? And that's actually the first time someone's asked that, but that's a great question. And I don't see why we could not have PayPal, and I'll have to research that and see if we can get that connected to our shopping cart, but I don't see why not. So I think that is, I think that's it. Any other questions? Well, I want to thank all of you for being on the call this evening. I think it's, again, a wonderful opportunity. I mean, everything we do here at the office, and I can tell you, we've been doing this for 50 plus years. But in terms of helping, like I mentioned, being part of the Direct Sales Association, we've been part of this Direct Sales Association for 20 years. And so really for the last 20 years, we focused in on helping others achieve their hopes, dreams, in the future. I had another question just come in here, and it says, where can you not sell the product? You know, that's a wonderful question. And so first off, you're allowed to sell the product one-on-one anywhere. So you personally talking to somebody about the product, you can do anywhere. So whether it's in, you know, you're at, believe me, it's really amazing, especially because the amount of years, you know, 50 years being involved in Haircare. You know, if you're at a baseball game and someone talks to you about, oh, I'm here at the baseball game, wow, and it's so humid out here, look at my hair. There's so many opportunities to recommend the right haircare products for people. You know, and I can tell you as being with stylists, and if someone's a stylist and someone talks about hair, they get questions all the time what they should use for their hair. So you, being representing a hair care line, will get questions. What should I use? What's the right product? My hair's not feeling good. It's feeling like, hey, how do I make it feel like heaven? You know, these are things that people are going to ask you, and we have solutions for, and I think that's really amazing. But so one-on-one, you can sell the product anywhere, just talking to people. But in terms of retailing the product and actually having it displayed, the only places we can have it displayed is in a salon or a spa. So we don't allow, unfortunately, so let's say you have a gift store or some sort of retail establishment, we don't allow the products to be sold retail-wise, showing on a display unless it's in a salon and spa. Absolutely one-on-one, you can talk to anybody about the product, number one. Number two, we do allow, there's a lot of networking events in many communities across the United States all the time. So whether it's a networking event, let's say I'm thinking of our local high school, right? The local high school always has the craft fair, or it's the holiday fair, or this. Perfect idea to have a table, to talk and have the products displayed, talk to people, retail products there. And we've done that ourselves. I mean, we still today, to this day, we maintain actually two salons. One is we have a number of stylists that work in there because it's a testing salon. We test products. Matter of fact, every Wednesday mornings, I'm there in the salon, talking with stylists. Matter of fact, today probably had a great conversation on some new products that that we should be introducing to the marketplace. So anyway, having that, and I'm trying to not get carried away here, is a great place to go and introduce the products. A lot of times in the summertime, right? There's a event that's 3 days over, you know, July 4th, and they have, you know, carnival going on and tents and a whole networking area. Great place to be talking about products and having a table. And a lot of these tables are, you know, $25 for a whole day. They're relatively inexpensive. So the return on your investment are really high on some of these events. So that's a wonderful question. So one-on-one, pretty much anywhere, any of these types of community events, we love to do those events. You have a website through John Amico, so really through social media, talking about products, that's available. I mean, that's fantastic. And of course, recommending friends, family, associates, and people that have problems with hair to go to your website is available, and that's available 24 hours a day. But in terms of retail establishments, salons, and spas. All right. Checking on my phone and listening to a conference and just trying to see if I can get in with the conversation in here. Great. So it sounds like vendor setups are allowed. Yes, vendor setups are allowed. So John Amico products are not in any beauty supplies or retail stores. That is correct. We're not in any retail stores. I mean, one of the things that really is an advantage for all of our ambassadors, including salons, is that we do not sell to Ulta. We do not sell the products to Target or Walmart or CVS, Walgreens. We stay out of those locations. I mean, I should say Ulta, if you go back a number of years ago, was John Amico's largest account. This is probably 10 years ago. But when Ulta started out, it really was a salon, and then they got into more and more products, bigger stores, and we just felt that it wasn't, our niche is really helping people accomplish their hopes, dreams in the future. And we felt that it was not in congruency with our mission statement. I said in the beginning of this webinar that we try to focus in on what's congruent with our mission statement, and that wasn't something that we felt was congruent. So that's why it's in exclusive and limited locations, and that's why it's really great for all of you. All right, got another question here, and maybe not. It was just a letter. All right, great questions, and you know what? I have to say, I'm just really thrilled to share this webinar with all of you. It's our very first webinar that is an ambassador discovery class. We've never done this. It's really the inaugural webinar. We will be doing this webinar every week. So right now it's every Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. We'll be conducting these webinars. The only time I can think of that we won't be will be Wednesday, July 5th. I won't be available that day, but pretty much from now. So let's see, today is the 14th, so next week, the 21st and the 28th, we will be doing this webinar again live. So that'll be something. Also got a question here about Chicago. Do we have a room block? Yes, it is at the Oaklawn Hilton. I believe that phone number is 708-425-7800. It's the Oaklawn Hilton. Everybody will be receiving, especially ambassadors, everybody, information, postcards, emails, flyers about the upcoming convention, and that will be taking place in September. There is a room block. I don't recall what the price of the room is. My guess is it's probably similar to the price of the ticket. So if the price of the ticket's $129, I'm going to guess the room night is about $129. It is conveniently located to Midway Airport for those ambassadors flying in. Really easy to take the shuttle from the airport to the hotel. It's a smaller hotel. So we really just take it over. I don't think there's any other functions done in that hotel, and there's hundreds of John Amico ambassadors. It's really a great place to get acquainted with everybody and feel part of the family. Wonderful thing. All right. Any other questions? I think that is it. Well, I want to thank you. Again, a really wonderful webinar tonight. Thank you for all of you being on and asking questions and listening and learning more about the opportunity. Again, to finish up, what I'd like to say is two things. Number one, the organization is about three things. That is the best products, a great culture, and a wonderful opportunity. And then number two is please contact the person that recommended you to come to the webinar tonight. We'd love to have you part of the organization. I think you'll find it to be a tremendous, wonderful experience and something that really we're trying to help you deliver, help deliver to you your hopes, dreams, and a future. Thanks for participating tonight. And again, contact that person that told you about this.